This kind of surprised me this morning. I woke up to a couple 2 or 3 inches of new snow on the ground. It's pretty. Should make driving to town interesting. Hopefully the roads were in better shape. I know when I came home yesterday it wasn't that bad. But going into town, well, once I hit the main intersection there in town, it was an interesting feeling when I hit the brakes and kept going. Pretty. It's the day before Thanksgiving and it is beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious. I need, come on there. Need that upstairs. This. All right, that is 66 inches. By 25 inches. I swept up in here the other day. Oh. And lightning. Okay, that's a header. So what I didn't do properly on the other side, I'm going to do properly on this side. And it wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong at all. It just was a hassle to try and measure out my layout once I did one side, because when I did the one side, I covered this whole thing up. And then I couldn't get to the measurement I needed to get to the layout on the other side. So I'm going to lay this whole thing out on the bottom right now. Get that all set and ready to go for tomorrow. And the way that I'm doing that is, so 16 inches on center would be from the center of this one to the center of the first stud on my layout here for this gable end. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the outside of that one, and then I'm just going to make sure that every one of my studs that I lay out here, I'll put an X on that side of it. Then I'll do the same thing in reverse, and everything that I lay out on this direction, I'll put an X on the outside of it. And then that way I'll be 16 on center based on this center one here, but I got to get rid of some of this stuff first. Nailed or screwed? I believe it's nailed. There we go. Oh. Well, thank goodness Todd came by. Thanks for coming by, Todd. He's all, you know, you still haven't put your nailer piece on top yet, so can transfer those layout lines down below here because they're going to stay the same. Because I'm going to have another piece of 2x6 right on the top there on both sides like I did the other side. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be tight with these windows. I have like 1.5 inches of playroom at 25 inches, and that's the 1.5 inches that's going to be sitting right there. All right, and that is laid off and ready to go for tomorrow. You remember what those measurements were on the other side? Were they 88? 112 or 112?
But if you want extra room for your window, we can start the plate over here.
At the 20, leave the gap of the 25 inches? And
the window right on the plate that's there now.
Right.
And that way you wouldn't lose that 1.5 inches. Or if you have room, then...
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have room. Oh yeah, right, 112 will work on both sides of this too.
If you're tight to the top, you can leave that 1.5 inches out, and they'll drop it down. You can set this right on that framework there, and that way you're going to be more on the top side.
To nail off to. Yeah, because I'm already going to be able to nail to here, and then I'll be able to nail to this one right here, so it won't, you know, if I don't do that 1.5 inches here and leave it for the top, I can run a board, like a header board across the top to nail off on the top of the window.
Well, you'll have a stud right next to the window.
Got a promiscuous bunny rabbit running all over the place here. God, it's beautiful here at sunset. It is beautiful at sunset. All right, I'm all set up for tomorrow and the last gable going in on the cabin. Everything goes right. I'll probably cut the windows and doors out as well. And maybe we'll see if we can't get that place wrapped up. I'm going with Tyvek to begin with. Cheap and easy. I don't know that that'll be my final solution, but that'll close me in quite a bit for this winter, and that's my main concern. To get it completely dried in for winter, and then I can make adjustments as I need to next year. Right, chickens? Okay. Tell when it gets real cold here. I've mentioned it before, but all the moisture in the air pretty much disappears. So the steam that you're seeing coming out of me right now is just moisture leaving my body, and that's why your exhales always steam when it gets real cold. But yesterday, this window had a bunch of frost on the inside of it, and this morning there's none. And all of this stuff was pretty tight to the floor, which is why I didn't sweep it out. I figured I'd get to that later. And all of the moisture is pretty much out of that now, so it sucked all that clear too. Oh. See if we can't warm it up a bit. It is chilly. Oh. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise through these windows once they're installed. Todd's getting the fire going. And I am going to recharge the first battery that died today. Let's get an idea what this is going to look like.
There's a big hole down there.
Pretty close, huh?
I think if you went an inch and a half up, you'd be hitting the rafter.
Yep.
But pretty close.
Just got to balance it there. I want to see. I mean, it's got to come out to get flush with the OSB.
Yeah.
But if you hold it there, is the level still up here?
Right.
Nice. If you hold it up here, we'll see how level we are. I don't know. That looks pretty darn level to me.
Yeah, I think you're good.
So if we just leave ourselves 1/4 of an inch here to nest it in before we go the next one, and we do the same thing on the other side, we should be good to go.
You'll have one across there and one going up.
Right.
Probably right about the middle.
Well, yeah, right about the middle because it's right here.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
We're going up this way.
I'm gonna get a picture of this with the cell phone so you guys can see how close this was. Now let's get this way. That's how close it is. Pretty darn close. I think we're lucky if I got an inch and a half there to put a header on it. But there's no load on this wall, so it doesn't really matter. The main reason we're putting all these studs in place is so that we have something to nail the OSB off to. you what, I'm lucky to have his help. Very lucky to have his help. So we had to nail that piece in because there is nothing up in here to nail into flush on the outside of this wall. So by doing that, I gave myself that kind of California corner thing we were talking about before. So now I can nail the finish off to this board, and it's tacked in on the rafter on the outside. Doubled it up right here. That's going to be the window. Before we can do this side, I'm going to have to sheet that side because I don't feel like moving the scaffolding back and forth. We just have that last piece to cut in.
Which, what I would do is stick one here.
Right, but you get the nail gun in there.
Stick one on the other end, so that way you don't have to fight the other end.
I got it. Got it.
Put all the way down the bottom corner down there. That's why I was saying to do the, move it down the bottom corner here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, why did I screw it up? I can pull that one out. I can pull
It's only, it doesn't matter.
because I can pop that one out of the top. Full sheet till we get to the other side. So we want. Well, this is gonna hang on. So if we go here,
Get your pencil.
yeah.
You're happy there?
I'm happy there.
But if I just come straight up on this line, then we can piece in that triangle on the top.
Afraid to come up?
Right. We'll see if we have to go back down there.
Fit? A little tight on this edge. I think if you take it off of this edge here, yeah, I could beat it in with a hammer, but
No, we'll put it up. Take off a quarter inch.
yeah, take off a quarter inch.
We got it right. Set it